I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? The demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. 僕の未来は誰にもわからない。皆は僕をダメなやつと思う。鏡を見つめる僕を見下げているけど中には大きな力希望がある。 Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? A demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. You can't escape. No one understood the world that I was making. Look me in the face and tell me I was faking. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? A demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? The demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape.僕の未来は誰にもわからない。皆は僕をダメなやつと思う。鏡を見つめる僕を見下げているけど中には大きな力希望がある。 Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? A demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. You can't escape.
All right, everybody, and we are live. So thank all of you guys for being here. I know we did miss a session last week. Um, and I do want to just kind of explain all that to everyone. So, for those of you that aren't in our Discord, I did make a post there for last Wednesday. Um, I did lose somebody in my family. My grandmother, um, she went into the hospital last Wednesday, and then she did pass over the weekend. So we did miss last Wednesday's Ruins of the Old World stream because me and my brother, who plays both my real life and fake brother, Halo, both were busy last Wednesday, obviously, and then we will also miss this Wednesday's stream because we will be down at her funeral. So I do want to thank all of you guys for your support. Those of you that responded on Twitter and everywhere else, I definitely appreciate it. It's a hard time for us, but I just want to thank you. So Gunfire will be on this Wednesday with a variety stream in its place. I don't know whether he's going back to XCOM or Darkest Dungeon, but he'll decide then. We'll just take a quick moment of silence, and then we'll go on with the rest of our announcements. All right, and so we're going to continue on from last Monday's session with the fall of Illidion. So, real quick, I just want to thank our sponsors from World Anvil. If you're a home brewer, they do great content in terms of a world aggregator for your campaigns. It's a great way for you to push out information to your players or other people that are interested in your worlds. If you're a publisher, it's an amazing place to put your content. Make sure that you check them out. If you do check them out, make sure you use our link below. We get a portion of that revenue, and we definitely appreciate it, and we appreciate them supporting the stream. And of course, our unofficial sponsors over at Dr. Pepper. Unofficial, as always. We have already discovered our new emote. We do have a new emote. The Zoltar emote won the competition this week, the poll we had on Discord. So please enjoy it. That will be the last tier 1 emote we get before we hit partner. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. In its place, we also have a nearer emote. This one is going to be our tier 2 emote, but I will drop it in the chat so that you guys can check it out. We had that commissioned. It is a pack emote. So it's pretty fun. That's our tier 2 emote. If you're thinking about making the jump there, that's what you'll get. It's pretty fun from our Wednesday game. We had the same artist that did his character art come back and do that emote. He was pretty excited to do it, and I think it turned out really well. So especially with Pack's obsession with his god shiny. Yeah. The one dragon he never received. But yes, last Monday was a quite eventful session. As our party regathered back together. And of course, we met our Gerard Special Dream Challenge. And while we had some conversing in the front, Gerard went over and talked to Jonah. And they all decided that they were going to go and try to do something about this current situation. Gerard discovered that he was only having his dreams when he was away from major cities. They discussed perhaps going to see Anna Blake, who is known as a dream walker. The real exciting thing happened, though, and the party discovered the weird violet crystal emanating with magic that had been hidden inside of Gerard's bag, laced with magic, and the arcane signature that was recognized as that of Zenithar Blake, the late brother of the former Duke Balthazar Blake, and one of the most powerful magi of the last 2 centuries, and the most powerful necromancer of the current age. Of course, he was assumed dead. He's been disappeared for the last 17 years, so it's quite a different scenario that we're looking at. But as the party investigated the artifact, it began to swirl and emanate magic until it shot out from either side as they passed out and awoke within the fiery pit of Rancor within the Seven Hells. Taken aback, the party got the lay of the land before they began to make their way towards the tower that's been haunting Gerard's dreams of late. As they went through, they fought a bunch of imps, making their way into the tower, climbing to the top, where as they pushed in, the door with a flash of light is where we ended our session. So, coming over to everyone else, are we excited to see what lies within the top of this tower, guys?
Yes and no.
Oh, yes. You did sense the presence of a greater demon. For those of you guys who are watching, so obviously since our world and system are homebrew, there are demons and devils within the hells. Devils are created by the pit. Demons are mortals that have fallen. They are lesser, greater demons, and demon lords are your 3 tiers of power. So they detected a greater demon within this tower, which is horrifying. Yes. All right, guys. So we're ready? All right. I need everybody to give me a will save. And as we had been doing before, Kilroy and Gerard have disadvantage in this plane.
Well,
Oh, it doesn't get much worse than a crit fail.
Wait, hold on.
Oof.
So I have Aura of Devotion. I'm immune to mind effects.
Oh, you are immune to mind-altering effects?
Yes.
What, do you have Aura of Devotion? Is that actively on you, or that comes from your class?
That's from my
Oh,
class.
I remember.
The
Yeah,
priest
that's
class.
from the priest class. Okay. All right, so I know how I'm going to do this. So, give me a will save then as well. You'll still take the disadvantage, but you won't get hit with the mind-altering effect. You'll just get hit with the rest of it.
Okay.
Okay.
13 or 23, 16. 16 is what I got.
All right. As there's a flash of light blinding all of you guys as Gerard, you throw open the doors and you step into the room, almost blinded by this light. You see this light as well, Kilroy. As I'm going to come over to you, Gerard. You find yourself sitting on a bench. Younger. You don't remember how you got here. I mean, if anything, it seems like you've been here for ages. As you sitting on a stone bench in the center of a large courtyard, you quickly recognize it as the training courtyard within Point Valiant. You can look out off the edge into the massive gorge that you overlook, the wooden weapons along the wall, sitting there waiting for you to train. The familiar voice of your master-at-arms, Ormson, screaming at new recruits off in the distance. As you look over and see Lenora sitting next to you. She's sucking on a frozen pop as she turns to you. Probably not a day over 15. So, how'd you like training today?
seems like every other day.
Well, it's too bad Gregor's not here.
He'll catch up with us next time.
Yeah, he's been gone for weeks on that training mission.
I mean, you know him. He'll be back before you know.
I don't know. I think he needs our help.
Did you hear something?
Well, as he kind of looks around, I didn't want to say anything, but I got a letter. as she leans in. Roll me a perception check. You roll me that perception check?
Yeah, it's a 29 at.
Oh, jeez. I must have missed it. So with that 20, as you look around, you're still utterly convinced that this is Lenora, especially with your crit fail. However, as you look around, you begin to see almost like black veins running up. Black veins of like tendrils of energy running up at the corners of the room just for a quick second before they flicker out of existence. Almost as if like there's a quick tear in what you're seeing before it disappears. As she turns to you, I got this letter a few days ago. I wasn't sure if I should say anything or not, but here, as she hands it to you.
And I'll rub my eyes for a second and start to read the letter.
All right. This is a letter from Gregor as it reaches out. Lenora, I need your help. Only you can help me. I've encountered a bit of difficulties, and I need you to find someone for me and bring him here. His name is Gendry. If you bring him here, he'll be able to help, and I believe I can be set free.
Where did he send it from? How are we supposed to find our way back to him?
I don't know. I mean, do you think he means bring him back to Point Valiant?
I have no idea. Maybe. Or maybe he wants us to bring him to him?
Maybe. I mean, do you know who Gendry is?
I have no idea.
Roll me an intelligence check, because you have heard the name before. In-game. Okay. So that is Alexander Blake's stepbrother. Half-brother, stepbrother. He was adopted by Zenithar.
Yeah, maybe I have heard of him.
Well, it looks like if you bring him here, that Gregor will be free.
Where? Point Valiant?
Well, will you bring him to me? As she reaches out her hand. Now you can roll me another perception check. And this time I will give you... We'll see. Based on your perception check, we'll see if I give you another will save. You crit fellow bastard. Big oof. You don't notice anything off as she turns to you with just the, will you bring him to me? As I'm going to slide over to Togric. Togric, as you walk in, the light quickly blinds you as it kind of falls. You see as you're looking around, it kind of morphs and solidifies into the high halls of your home. But not as you know it now. Not the Darren of today, but the Darren of 18 years ago. That you, your father, and your brother and sister, well, your brother, and the Blake brothers took from the force that held it before you. As you walk through it alone, a younger dwarf. Unlike Gerard, you have a vague recollection that you don't belong here. Something is just not right. But you can't place on it as you feel a hand on your shoulder. And you turn around and you see your sister, Dana. At this time, she should be a year old, but she appears fully grown behind you. Hey, brother! Oh, just look at it. It's finally ours. Our home. Oh no, I missed him. I heard the tale though. He took down a dragon corpse, some kind of skeletal dragon. The damned mages, they want credit for everything. This is right after the victory. As you look around, where the place should be bursting with dwarves, you've just retaken your ancestral home. This is before the calamity, and everyone is jubilant. You see no one, and the halls are empty, devoid of even dead bodies, besides for you and Dana. Have you seen the Dragon Slayer? What's his name? Gendry. Oh, they must have went deeper into the halls. You know, of course, Father went straight for the trove, of course, inside of the vault. But could you bring him to me? As she puts her hand on you, it just clamps around. As you notice, roll me a perception check. Ooh, very nice. As you look around, you see the rims of her eyes turn black as her fingernails begin to blacken, veins running black up her arm as she grabs you with the unnaturally strong hand. Bring him to me. All right, roll bluff. I'm sorry, deception. Okay. I guess I should bust out mine own dice. That might be important for a dungeon master. Okay. She looks right at you. Bring him to me. He can help us keep all of this. Yes. Okay, she goes to look. As you go, you slice through her, almost like slicing through water, as she just chuckles as it fades off into the distance and everything begins to drip down like rain. Just the colors and everything you can see begins to drop down like water brushed on a painting. As we come over to you, Kilroy, and as you look around the room, I'm going to go ahead and bring us over to the combat page. All right, and you want to zoom out a little bit. As you look around, you'll see kind of the space clearing from your eyes, the light brushing away. You'll see, as you look around, your friends suspended in mid-animation. Even Bella, frozen, looking around. You can tell her eyes pained as she looks quickly around the room. They're each suspended in animation, their arms out to their side, staring straight up at the sky, violet light emanating from their eyes and their open mouths as they look forward. You too find yourself suspended in animation. But as you look forward, you see a creature approaching you, extremely beautiful. long black hair coming down, horns coming out of her hair. She's got, seems to be human from the waist up, but her back is lined with thick black scales coming out to a pointed forked tail at the end. Her legs come down slender until she has hooves, almost like a horse, coming down at the bottom of her feet. As she kind of leans forward, a long tongue reaching out from her mouth, almost touching down to her chest as she kind of looks at you. So, you're resistant to my spells, I see, as you find yourself suspended in animation, but unable to move. You can still speak.
I wouldn't say resistant.
Oh, your friends are still having all the fun. Come on, Kilroy, give in. Give yourself to me. I think you'll find you enjoy it.
I will never give myself to another woman.
Are you sure? I think you'd be surprised in what I can do for you. A little tit for tat. Demonic magic is strong. You do me a favor? Maybe I... She kind of looks out at you. That's what you want. You do something for me, and maybe I'll give you the name of the demon that killed your wife.
You can just see the blood kind of like leave my body. And I'm like, what will you release my friends?
I'll release them all. Just a small favor, nothing serious. I just need you to bring me someone. At this
Who?
point, Togric, you'll break out of your illusion that you were in. You're still bound, unable to move, but you see this entire scene, and you see Togric and her talking, but you can't hear anything, but you do see them talking. You can still try to talk. As she stops talking to you for a moment and turns to him, as all of a sudden you stop hearing her, she goes, "I'll be back with you in a second." As she turns to you, so, his name, in exchange for a favor? It's nothing major, I just need you to bring me someone. You bring them to the Hells, and I'll give you the name.
Who do you want brought to the Hells?
His name is Gendry. He's known as the Dragon Slayer. My superior is quite interested in his arrival. And if you bring him to me, I could make this happen for you. I'll give you the ability to find him. You just have to bring him to me. I would go myself, but rules.
What of Gregor? I was told he was supposed to be at the top of this tower.
Of course, he was supposed to be, but we had to get you all here somehow. Though it's interesting, out of everyone, I didn't expect you to be the one to agree, as we're going to come over to Gregor. Not Gregor, Gerard. Good. As Gerard,
Technically, I haven't agreed yet.
you come over and you're still seeing Lenora in front of you. So will you bring him to me?
But this letter's addressed to you and not to me. He said that you're the only one that can help.
But we could do it together. We've always done everything together. Gerard, I need you to help me.
So you're asking me to come with you?
Yes. If you just bring him to me, it would make me so happy.
What do you mean bring him to you? I thought you said you were coming.
Well, I mean, don't you? Your friends can go.
What friends?
The
rest of the paladins?
Yeah, now she's broken. She's broken immersion there, so I'll give you another will save. She's broken the immersion of the illusion. right, 22. As for a moment, everything becomes clear, and you realize you don't belong here. This isn't where you should be. And as you look at Lenora, you realize she easily appears to be 15 years younger than she is today. As you remember where you were before you were here.
How is Gendry going to help Gregor?
As the Lenora that you see kind of falls away, revealing this demoness. Long black hair, the same description of the one that's in front of them currently. Horns peeling out, kind of leaning back. It's quite easy, really, as now you realize you're speaking to this greater demon. You bring me Gendry, I give you Gregor. Fair's fair. I don't want anything with the man anyway.
You will
We've gotten
personally
everything out of him.
hand me Gregor if I bring you Gendry.
Of course. Deal's a deal.
As I look at my friends,
As you look around, you realize that the air is slowly fading around you until everything drops and you see Togrix suspended in mid-animation. Kilroy suspended in mid-animation. And for a moment, the demoness in front of you begins to flicker as you realize there's two of them. One that's speaking with Kilroy right now, and then one in front of you, almost wrapping her arm around your neck.
I don't know, I feel like I made it this far without your help.
Well, that's fair enough, but that doesn't mean you'll leave the room. It's quite an easy deal, and don't you want to be able to help him, your mentor? Not only that, but with Gregor, maybe you can save all of those lost souls within Illidion. Don't you want to help them? I could give you the power. I could give you Gregor.
That's
All
not
you
my
need
worry.
to do is bring me Gendry.
That's not my worry. You're so quick to give away Gregor. What's so important about Gendry?
Yeah. Personally, I could care less, but he's important to my superior.
Well, I feel like if you're just willing to give us Gregor, that it's a lot more important than what you're saying.
Well, it's up to you. I mean, if you'd like to see Gregor again, healthy and happy, you do want to save the people that fell within the pit. I mean, imagine the horrors that have fallen upon them since they've been down here. You could stop all of it. I just need one favor.
You know, in my time studying as a paladin, they did teach us math. And something's not adding up here.
So now that you actually see her in what you're pretty sure may be at least close to her true form, you can roll me a knowledge religion. "23, very nice. This is a greater demon of desire. As with all demons, knowing their name can allow you a measure of control over them. But specifically, a demon of desire, it's amongst greater demons, it's a middling tier demon. It's still very powerful because it's a greater tier demon, but there are greater demons that are more powerful. But they can take various shapes and forms. They're masters of illusion. And they are known to offer to somebody that which they most want. But if somebody accepts their deal, they do have to keep it.
That's not my worry. I feel like Gregor is a huge bargaining piece, and you don't give away something big for nothing, so there's something super important about Gendry.
You think this little one is more important than Gregor? We're just done with him, boy. Ready to move on. We've had our fun.
I feel as though if I did this, Greg would be disappointed in me.
Your loss, as she goes, and the image in front of you disappears, is I'm going to come over to Kilroy because we were still in the middle of that conversation before she tries to turn and engage with Togric. So, do we have a deal?
I kind of like, I'm looking at all my friends.
You'll see now the light has dimmed from Togric's eyes, that violet light, and from Gerard's. Gerard's kind of sitting there staring off into the abyss, unmoving. Togric is sitting there. He's trying to move, and like you see his lips moving as he tries to utter words out of his mouth, but you can't hear anything from him. Yeah. So, do we have a deal?
I kind of want to try something.
Okay. What do you wanna try?
Sanctuary.
On whom?
Me.
Okay. So let's see.
It's my
I'm
necklace.
going to give me an Arcana check. Oh, you have a necklace that you're using to cast Sanctuary.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So then just one Arcana check. That'll work.
$20, not nat.
Okay. As you go and you cast, for a moment, your necklace begins to shine as it emanates a light through the area before it quickly drops down and is diminished. Now. Can't get that past me. So I guess there's no agreement then.
Not for me. As much as I want to know that name, I can't deal with a demon.
Fair enough. Your loss, as she'll turn, is instantly, for some reason, your hearing cuts out as she turns to Togric. Oh, and how are you, my pretty? Stiff. I think you'll grow into it. It's got it looking quite nicely as she looks at you. You can roll me a knowledge religion too, now that you see her in her true form. Yeah, I agree. Knowledge religion. Religon. Knowledge Religon. Yes, so you can identify this demoness as a greater demon of desire. You're not quite sure of how powerful she is within the greater demon hierarchy, but you do know she's a demoness of desire. Yes. Both. I mean, yeah. If you don't hold up your end, they don't hold up their end. But she kind of looks you up and down. I think you'll grow into it nicely. But on to better things. Why don't you do me a favor? Make it worth your while. That sister of yours, the one muttering herself to her sleep in the dungeons beneath Emberfall. I could give her back to you. Have her released from her oath. Her soul returned. Yeah, it's a small token. You bring him to us, you get back your sister, and I see you even utilize our power. I could enhance that for you as well. And then what? You drop down here and turn like me. There have been worse existences. Oh, well, now you're here. Faced with your first demon. Are you going to try to kill me? Or are you going to allow me to save your sister's life? Do you try to move when you say that? Give me a fortitude save. Yeah, we'll do fortitude. We'll do. It probably should be will. Let's do will. As you go to move your arms together and just they kind of free up as you drop down to the ground. At this point, you guys will both see Togric drop, and both of you guys can now roll me will saves. I will also need one for Bella this time.
Yep. Oh. And then Bella.
Dude, James, this is not your day.
I got a 13.
So, all of you guys are still stuck there as Togric drops to the ground, cracking your back. Ooh, Ada Hero. I missed that one, so I'm going to allow with that Ada Hero all of you guys to take another roll.
Ooh.
You guys will all have advantage on this save.
Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, spawning you. Appreciate it.
Oh wait, we all get advantage?
Yeah. Yeah, the advantage is the next roll.
Okay. So I got 22 for me and then 12 for Bella.
All right. As Gerard, with your 22 as well, you'll break free as you drop down. Kilroy, you'll break free. And Bella, she can kind of move a little bit, but she's still almost held fast. She will move at half movement, and she only gets a standard or a move action each turn until she passes.
Okay.
As all of you guys drop down to the ground. Come on now, as she looks around to all of you. Let's play nice. I've made a good offer to you all. We can do business. Mm-hmm. Irrelevant. My lord and guardian Melkor waits for no one. I'm tired of your petulant games. We either have an accord, or you're not leaving this temple.
What knowledge can I roll for that name?
Melkor?
Yes.
We're having trouble hearing gunfire, apparently. Yes. I think maybe your mic is still muted. Okay. While he's doing that, and for that name, you could roll me a... I'll let you roll me a knowledge religion.
Okay. 26.
All right. So you have heard that name muttered previously. It's not in a lot of books right now. Or you're not ready to... You've heard it muttered amongst the demons that you were fighting within Emberfall as the new lord of the first layer of Rancor. He is known as the Lord of Pain, and he's one of the 7 demon lords.
I still hold fast in my stance, but I pee a little.
As you just pee a little bit, as you realize she serves one of the 7 demon lords of Rancor.
My God, went through this whole thing with no headset. Sorry, everybody. Wow. Am I coming through okay now?
Yeah.
Yes. Big,
Awesome.
big asshole.
Hey, quit messing
Alright.
with stuff off screen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh huh.
So, as we come around, do we have a deal? Or are you all going to die here today?
I look back and forth at Gerard and Togrick. I'm like, huh? What are we doing, boys?
Well, I'm not keen on dying, are you? As I grab my hammer, look mournfully at my shield on Gerard's back.
I don't think Alistair would be happy if we died to here.
As I tried to cast Aura of Resolve.
All right. So, as you go to cast, quickly she holds up her hands. All right, then. 2 can play that game. As shadows emanate out from the wall, taking form around you on either side. As these figures begin to appear out of the darkness, coalescing into solid forms of shadows, nothing but their burning hearts beating from within their chest. As I'm going to need you guys to roll initiative.
Boy.
You got it.
Ooh, not good.
Either.
Alright, so Bella, crit failed. I got a 9.
All right. So crit failed. Let me add you guys in.
A lot of crit fails tonight. Yikes. I'm so sad
Yeah, I
everybody
know,
missed
this
my
is-
raw dialogue. Feels bad. Alright.
All right, Bella. What was
4.
Bella's total? And you got a 9. All right, and let's see. Gerard.
7.
Yeah, we're boned.
Ooh, this is not going well.
The TPK
And
bit.
Togrick. I mean,
I
maybe.
got a 10.
I hope not. Ooh, why? Why you all? Why?
I have 2 decks. Leave me alone.
All right. As we're coming around, so first in the initiative order, as you go to cast, so since you called it before we start, I will let you cast that as a round beforehand. Grab, roll me a Arcana check. Actually, for you, it would be a religion check. Roll me a religion check, and with that Ada hero, you can take advantage.
Ah!
A 1 and a 4 as you go to cast, and your spell just flickers away. It is almost, you just seem to lose it from you. You still expend the mana, however it fails to cast. As you just, it seems to just slip beyond the oppressiveness of the area. As we're going to come over, and out this shadow demoness, this demon of desire, stands up. Do not let them escape! Stop them! As she raises up her hands, and as fire wraps around you all, enveloping you in flames. I need reflex saves from the 4 of you. And we have help the enemy, and so you all will roll at disadvantage.
Who did it? Who TPK'd us? Show yourself.
Oh, Austin.
Alright. Oh, figures I roll a good reflex save for once in my life. Disadvantage.
Gerard, like this is not your day.
Did you crit fail
Oh.
on your reflex save? Oh my god, he
Sure
did.
Bella got a
Wow.
24 and I got a 20.
Guys, Foundry's
All right.
rigged.
The only person that passes is Bella and Kilroy pass. Everybody else fails. Gerard, you're taking double. As the flames
Awesome.
wrap around and come in.
Why does no demon ever use shadow? Why is it always fire?
As you guys will all take 18 points of shadow damage. It's all shadow damage. Gerard, you take 36.
Oh, thank you for being shadow damage. Makes a difference.
As the flames leap in, grabbing at your feet, the energy comes back, leaching from your bodies towards her as she just cackles. You thought you could stop? You thought you had a choice. I'll just kill you and reanimate you and send you up to do it anyway. Oh, it's hilarious. Togrick, it is your turn. Kilroy, you are on deck.
Okay. I cannot get to her, but that's alright. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, so I'm going to charge. And go ahead and use, let's see, charge, I have to swing. So I'm going to go ahead and try to hit her with a Vital Strike Shadow empowered swing here.
Okay.
Fingers crossed. Charge, don't let me down. I really need that plus to hit, something tells me. Alright.
Nat 20!
Oh my gosh.
Nat 20!
Hey! Alright, sweet.
Yeah, well, you hit.
Yeah, that's good. I'm really glad to hear it. Let's see. Roll the big dice. Are we doubling this?
We are doubling your
39 times 2.
yeah, 39 times. We're not doubling the 5d6.
Yeah, no, I didn't figure
Oh,
that
no,
was
no.
going to be doubled, but
Yeah.
alrighty.
So it would be, so you rolled 15 on the 2d12. So it will be 30 plus 14 is 44 plus 24.
Is 68 damage.
Yeah, 68 damage.
One away from nice.
As you just,
Alright.
as you just turn, smashing into her as you just slice through her flesh, you know, the bones kind of sticking out. You just hear this piercing, ah! Oh, that's enough of that shit! As she's gonna turn and instantly try to slap you.
She will succeed.
Her hand emanating with this shadow energy. 24.
Yeah.
Wait, you have mage armor. I casted that on us all last session at the end.
He did. Does that make
yeah.
a difference?
Actually, yes. Let me see. Hold on. I have to do math. Sorry.
You're fine, because I know you're factoring in your life steal right now too.
I didn't lifesteal on that.
Oh, you shadow strike.
I used the wrong ability. Yeah, it'd be like that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not the smartest individual around. Let's see, 8 from my armor, 1 from dex, would be 9 plus. No, it still hits me. Rough. Hits me by 1.
As she comes around, slapping you, I'll need a fortitude save, and you will take 7 points of damage.
Alright. Fortitude save, you said?
Yes, please.
Alright.
I need to switch up to the combat music.
13.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Wido. All right.
I mean,
As you will take 8 points of necrotic damage.
oh man. Is that shadow energy? Is that shadow damage?
It is.
Alright, good.
Um,
Makes a difference.
and you can put tier 1 Shadow Corrupted on your character sheet.
Oh no! Only like 8 of those now. Alright.
No, I meant like the other tiers of shadow corruption.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Rough. Got it. Understood.
Yes. Yes. We'll go over what that means for your character on the break or something. Coming around as Kilroy, it is your turn. The Shadow Devils are on deck.
So I am currently praying to Fana to give me the power to heal my friends. Fana, please, if you can hear me down here.
All right, you can
Please
roll
help
your
me
knowledge
protect you.
arcana with
Okay.
advantage. Oh no, continue. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I started
You're
talking and then I didn't realize you're actually praying. So pray.
Fana, if you can hear me, please give me the ability to help my friends down here.
You can roll with
Uh,
advantage.
Well, that might help a lot. 25.
25? Ooh, definitely. You can go ahead and cast. Roll that heal.
Alright, so I'm shooting a beam of light at Gerard, and Togric.
Okay. It's the same pink finger guns that come out?
Yep. Pink finger guns.
As these beams of light streak across the dark chasm, hitting Gerard and Togric for 11 HP?
Yep.
Six.
Togric, you take
Alright.
6.
Yeah.
He's like, it is better than nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, really feels bad not using the right ability last time. Might get myself killed, but it's fine.
And then I'm gonna hold my swift action.
Okay. As the shadows made flesh begin to swirl as they screech, floating across the ground with the as they come scorching towards you. Circling Togric, Gerard, and Bella as they begin to fly towards their hands smashes in as they go to attack Bella. Does a 12 hit touch AC?
Touch AC. So remind me what touch AC is comprised
It's
of.
just
really
10
quick.
plus your dex.
10 plus dex.
And we still have this argument
no.
over magical effects.
It does
Okay.
not.
19 for touch AC.
Yes.
All right. As it goes, the hand almost seems to pass through her. As I need a fortitude save.
$23.
All right. So she is not shadow corrupted. However, she will take 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And 1 point of strength damage.
Oof.
I'm scared.
As we come over, they are sliding towards you, Gerard, attempting to come in and strike your armor. Does an 11 hit your touch AC, Gerard?
No, it doesn't. Sorry.
You're good. Well, then a 9 definitely doesn't. Does an 18 hit your touch AC?
Sure does.
Fortitude save, please, good sir. And you will take 11 points of damage. Natural 20 on the fortitude save. You are not
Finally.
corrupted. And you will take no strength damage. However, you will still take the 12 points of shadow damage. But you won't take any strength damage on the crit.
Paladin's immune to energy drain anyway.
Fair. Is coming around. Togric, as all three of them try to hit you.
Yeah. If it's above a 12,
15?
just yeah.
One will hit, one will miss. So one will hit, the other two will miss. Because I need that fortitude save.
You got
And
it.
you will take 11 points of damage.
All right. I'm really glad this is shadow damage. Oh,
It
14
is.
on my fortitude save.
Okay. You are already level 1 corrupted, right?
Yes.
Okay. Put a notch on your character sheet and take 3 points of strength damage.
Okay.
As it comes down, the fist seems to just meld with your body through your armor as you just feel this piercing pain emanating throughout your chest and abdomen as it almost seems to drain your strength from you. As Gerard, you are up, and Bella, you are on deck.
All right, let's try this magic thing again as I use immolation.
Oh shit! All right, give me that religion check.
I hope you have character death music lined up.
All
Your man's not doing great.
right, you can successfully cast. Immolation, is that a will save? Describe your magic. I think this is the first time you've done it.
Yeah, so let me check on the save really quickly.
I can check while you describe your magic.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, as I cast it, white flames begin to erupt around me, reaching out in 10 feet in each direction, hitting all 3 of the spirits around.
All right, that is a will save as we'll go through. Which big rough. What's your DC? I got a 15 on the third one. I don't know if that passes or not. I don't think so, but I thought it has.
No, it doesn't.
All right, as all 3 of them will fail and take max damage as these white hot flames just erupt, piercing through the shadows. Slash R. All right, as you deal 9 points of damage to all of them, and that is divine energy, right?
That's correct.
All right, as it smashes through them, as they scream in pain, this unethereal, just unyielding scream comes out of them, as they will attempt to flee away from you. As you can take an attack of opportunity on one. Did you get that, Gerard?
Yes, I'm rolling.
Okay.
That was supposed to be D20, my bad.
All right. You did R slash again. There we go. 25, that will hit. As you go through, as you realize that while their exterior is comprised of this shadow energy, the center of them, their fiery core, is solid as you smash into it. Gerard?
I was rolling damage.
Okay. Is 9 points of damage as you smash into him. That one that you smash into as it attempts to flee, between your flaming hot energy and your flail smashing into it, you will kill it as it just disappears to the ground. Its fiery core seeming to just drop into embers at your feet. As we'll come around to Bella, it is your turn with our Demoness of Desire on deck.
I still have my movement.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I heard Kilroy pray to Fana, and as I turn around, I say, I don't know if this is Fana, but here, and I toss him the potion that he'd made me previously, the 3d6 healing plus 1 or 3 fast healing.
Okay. as he tosses you that potion back to you, this large honking red potion he just flings at your feet.
You should have kept that, but thanks. As I guess I pocket it.
I have a little healing.
Isabella, you're up.
So I still have my swift action, right, as Kilroy?
That is correct.
So you said their cores are fiery, right?
Ah, this guy.
Ah, yes.
Pyrotechnics.
Oh my god. Oh no. All right, chat. Do I allow it? Oh, hey, Hard Knock Dice. Thanks for the raid. All right. Ooh, we've got some good raiders too. All right, chat. What do you think? So the hearts of these devils are filled with flames in the center. Do I allow pyrotechnics to make them explode? I'm going to go with yes. I'm going to allow. Absolutely. The chat says it's all right, so we're going to do it. Okay, so we're going to have... Roll me 2d4, and I will have each one of these shadow devils have their hearts explode, and they'll all take that much damage within themselves.
Okay.
But I am going to need a reflex save from Togric.
How about no?
They took 2 damage.
I'm still rolling a reflex save for 2 damage. Get out of here. Leave me alone.
Did you roll a 1 on both dice? That's
I
big
did.
enough.
I got
I
it.
did.
That's 10. All right, as you kind of dodge out of the way, avoiding the little as just these sparks just emanate just all around you as they just kind of exude sparks out of their chest coming out. As it is Bella's turn before we end our round.
I'm gonna have her try to smack the one directly in front of her.
All right, as these two demons comprised entirely of shadow, except with these beating hearts of flame. You can almost hear them beating, just boom, 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 in front of you. She'll reach out and try to smash at one of the hearts.
11.
11 will not hit, as she misses the heart, instead going through the incorporeal shadow. She still has a movement and a swift, though, if you'd like to use it before the end of the round.
5-foot step.
Okay.
Or actually, she can't. Remember, she never passed that fortitude save. I either get 1 standard or 1 movement.
You can use your swift to take that you can. That's true, but you still get a swift. You can use that to retake your fortitude save and see if you
Okay.
break it this turn.
21.
All right, so you will break it this turn. So that's your swift action, but you can still move.
5-foot step backwards.
All right, coming around, we're at the top of the initiative order as you guys look over the demoness, looking around. Oh, that's quite enough of that. You, as she points at you, Togric, you're mine first, and then as she waves at the rest of you, she's going to come forward, and instead of trying to strike you this time, Togric, she grabs your face and gives you a long lick from your jawline to your ear. Give me a will save.
Okay.
As her long forked tongue comes out, almost like a foot long.
Grody. Hey, crit.
I see 2.
Magic, dwarves.
Oh, this is fair. All right. As you feel her presence push through that into your body, she's trying to control you for a moment as you resist it, pushing her away.
I spit in her face. Not my type.
It's fine. You'll be dead before the hour is up anyway. As she is going to use her swift action, as she is going to cast out a ball of shadow energy. Let's go at Gerard.
Still this way.
Gerard, does a 21 hit your AC?
Absolutely not.
The full AC, not your touch AC. Okay, very important. As she casts this out at you, as you just kind of deflect it off your shield, as your shield glows with the divine aura, as you bounce it into the upper reaches of the tower. As Togric, it is your turn. Kilroy, you are on deck.
Okay. I know her portrait on the map big, but does she
She
have
is
10
that
foot?
big.
Oh no. Okay. It's fine. Set a diagonal. I'm gonna take a quick 5-foot step. Just a little one right here, you know.
Yeah.
And then Shadow Dragons, please feed me health. As I'm gonna use some Timoros Hunger here. I know if these two shades are intelligent, I'm gonna get bonked for it, but
Okay. They are not.
oh, good, awesome. The only I can hit her and then these 3 shades. And
Okay.
miss.
She will try to take a smack at you.
Yeah.
22.
No, by 1.
Oh, as you just kind of, she goes to slap, you just duck real quick as you cast out these leaping flames coming out of the ground, as you call upon Timoth, the Lord of Hunger. All of them fail but her.
All right. So they'll all take this damage, but I will heal for, let's see, 11 off of each of these shades.
Okay. As you kill the one that had been running from Gerard, that one just drops to the ground. Once again, the shadow falling down, the blast burning embers of his heart dropping to the ground and sputtering out. As we're going to come over, I believe you still have a Swift if you want to use it.
I do. So I'm going to go ahead and, more for try to take her off than anything, I'm going to use the Infernal Lure and try to yank her towards me.
Okay. What's the save for that?
It's a will save. So I don't think it'll
Okay.
work, but, you know.
As you reach out towards her, your lasso of shadow energy wrapping around her arm, she just kind of laughs at you for a moment before making it disappear. Nice try.
Got your attention, didn't it?
You're not worth my attention, love. As Kilroy, you were up, and the Shadow Devils are next.
Last thing. You got something right here. When I point to her cheek, where I spit in her face.
My fingers begin to crackle with lightning as I throw it up to the sky, right behind and above her.
Okay.
And that's where I'm placing it, and it'll hit all of the demon and shadows around her and her.
Okay. As you do that,
It's me too, doesn't it?
Nope, you're just right outside of it.
fair enough. So that's reflex saves or will saves, you said?
It is a will save.
Okay. She will pass.
My DC is 23.
She will pass, and one of the shadows will pass. The rest will fail.
Okay. $27 damage full, 14 half. And that's divine energy.
As all of the shadows surrounding Togric just poof, 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 poof. The one running away from Gerard, poof, as they just drop to the ground, embers scattering across the floor as this lightning energy comes out. As blood begins to drip down her cheek. That's enough. Kill him! Fuck the paladin! As all of them begin to streak towards you. The last 2 remaining ones, anyway. As both of them are going to attempt to slam into your chest. 20 against touch AC.
Yes.
13 against touch AC.
Mage armor does not count, right?
Mage armor is a deflection bonus and does count.
Then no.
Okay. As you'll come in, one of them will strike you. As you will take 12 points of damage, and I need a fortitude save.
12 points, and then fortitude. $15.
All right. As you will take 4 points of strength damage. This smashes into your chest, absorbing your strength away from your body as these cackling shadow fiends float in front of you. Gerard, it is your turn, and Bella, you are on deck.
Okay, I am going to use Aura of Resolve.
Oh, I forgot to throw out my heals to you guys this round too.
Go ahead.
Everybody gets 13. Togrick, you get 7.
Or resolve. And that, what's the radius on that, James? Is that 20 feet?
30 feet.
There you go. So that's the range. So it will currently affect Togrick and not Togrick, but Kilroy and Bella as your holy energy fills them with might. That increases their HP and AC, right?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. As you kind of lay these runes on the ground, do you want to use your movement or your swift?
Sorry, I'm going to move closer to Bella, so that way if any of those spirits move, I'll get an attack of up.
Okay. All right. You're not using your swift action then?
No.
All right. Bella, it is your turn.
Take a swipe at the one standing in front of Kilroy.
Okay.
Please roll good, Bella. 25.
25. That will hit. As Bella's claws just rake into the fiery chest of this thing.
The pincers.
Pincers.
And 8 plus 13 damage.
All right. As she does, the embers just kind of burst out as she pierces them, falling to the ground at her feet. As that one is defeated. As I believe she still has a swift action.
That'll end her turn.
All right. As we come around to the top, as we are with our Demoness of Desire once again, as she looks around, damn it! Damn it! As she's going to come over here, as she clasps her hands together, as this beam of shadow energy streaks out. I need a reflex save from Gerard, Bella, and Kilroy. All of you will fail. You will all take 21 points of damage as this shadow energy cuts through you all. What was that?
Bella.
As she just gets pierced through this line, eviscerating. It almost seems as if your armor doesn't exist, Gerard, as it just kind of cuts through. As Togrick, it is your turn, and Kilroy, you are on deck.
Real sad she can literally outrun me. 5, 10, 15, 20. Gotta move. 25, 30, 35, 40. So I just double move and look at her all mad.
You just run, you just look at her mad, you don't say nothing?
I mean, verbal taunts have not... Actually, wait a second. You're not my type because you're ratty and ugly. Maybe if you worked on yourself a bit more, you'd have a chance.
Roll me a deception.
Hey, I crit on her attempt earlier. Come
I believe Togrick believes.
on. Give me a little credit. I like
You
true
resist
dwarven
her.
lasses.
To
All right.
resist her.
Deception, huh? All right.
We'll say persuasion.
Hey, no, it's okay, really. All right, persuasion. It's a little better. Never mind. 20.
You said what?
You're homely. That's all.
As her eyes flash red, she turns to look at you, and at this, she's not even looking towards anybody else. As her eyes flash red, you feel her power flare. As you have now taunted her, but you know she's going to throw everything she has at you next turn.
Well, hopefully it's shadow damage. I can handle shadow damage.
Anything else before you pass it on?
No. I brace for impact, I guess.
As Kilroy, it is your turn.
So, 5, 10, 15, 20. Alright. Let's see if she's within range. Oh, she is most definitely within range. I hold my arm out like a cannon, and this bright light begins to appear, and a spear shoots out of the palm of my hand, straight at her forehead.
Ooh, very nice. Is that, do you roll it, or is that a reflex save?
That is a reflex save.
Okay.
23.
She will fail by 1.
Ooh. You mangy bitch. 26 damage.
As you go slicing through, she's turning to Togric now as you see these flames wrapping around her hands, dark and powerful. As she turns to him, your spear arches towards her. At the last moment, she just turns as it smashes through her skull, pinning her up against the wall on the edge as she just begins to shake and then slowly collapse around it as she just kind of begins to melt into this pool of shadowy mist.
I turn around, I give a glare at the shadow, snap my fingers, pyrotechnics.
As it just collapses to the ground.
Same with
As
Togric.
all of the shadow demons to the ground have fallen. There's this beam of lightning just piercing out of the wall, this quickly growing pool of shadowy ooze at its feet, as Togric falls to the ground, exhausted.
Ugh. I'm gonna try to cleansing will.
Do it.
Alright. Ugh, God, stupid will saves. Alright. I'd like to mention for chat that I've never once succeeded on this.
So cleansing will is his ability where he tries to ease his shadow corruption as it fills him. And that 10's not going to cut it. We're not going to start today.
No. I get up pretty frustrated. Start walking back.
I'm not even going to ask you to roll with disadvantage like I was going to.
Yeah, well. But I stay a good 20 feet apart from the group and kind of look them over, make sure everything's alright. Head still on shoulders?
Yeah. You know what? Taking her out was kind of fun as I put my hands behind my head.
Okay, that was
really
way easier than I thought that was going to be.
Hit her for 68 on the first.
Yeah, that's why it was way easier.
Yeah, he crit on attack 1.
By the way, Gerard, take 35 HP.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Togric, take 18.
The pain when I realize I'm already at maximum health, bro. It just looks low.
Shadow corruption.
Shadow corruption.
As both of you, actually all 3 of you, realize that while you have fought and defeated demons before, this is the first one that you've ever truly killed, as it's the first one you've defeated in Rancor. If you defeat them somewhere else, they just slip back and reapparate here.
No, don't worry. Togric been keeping account. This is now the 7th, because I killed some imps earlier.
So,
those are devils, not demons.
Yeah, okay, fair. They still died.
They still die. It's the same concept.
Yeah, they're all the same
Yeah.
with Togric.
she gotta have some great loot. I
Yeah.
start booking it towards her.
Don't touch the sludge. As you know, you walk past me, I take a step back from you. When you go to walk past me, just don't touch the sludge with your hands.
Yes.
Thank you.
As you go over there, This demonic ichor is what fills the small pool. You know it's a highly valuable alchemic ingredient because it's so hard to find because it only appears when a demon is truly killed.
So,
A very small amount can be found inside of like devils when they're destroyed on Eridar, but it's really small. Like for instance, this pool here would be worth thousands of drakes.
so I'm gonna go ahead and fill up like vials. Go ahead.
How many vials?
10.
So you are gonna know, just like he said, that you have to be very careful with this ingredient because if you get it on your hand, it can corrupt you. If you get it on yourself anywhere. So I need you to roll me a dexterity check.
What if I use tongs to hold the bottle and kind of like scoop it up?
Then I won't require the dexterity check.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use tongs to hold the bottle and start scooping up the liquid.
All right,
Anti-curse
so you guys
GM tongs.
see him going over there using tongs to slowly scoop up and stopper these vials full of demonic ichor. Togric, you're sitting there watching him, and Gerard, you're here. You guys have just defeated this demon, but Gerard, I mean, you thought Gregor was going to be here, and he's not.
By the time that we met up with the lust demon and she said she had a deal to make with us, I knew that I had been fooled.
Fair enough. I just don't know if that's big. That could be a big letdown.
No, of course it is. But as I look over to Kilroy, how much time do we have left here in Rancor?
So it took us what, about an hour, maybe 2 hours to get through this tower?
It depends how long you guys were you guys were underneath her thrall for.
I was not
Kilroy-
under the
So you know that they're capable. Oh, you are immune to mind altering effects, so she couldn't do that to you.
Yes.
That's true. I was gonna mess with you guys and be like they're capable of manipulating your perception of time, but you were never underneath her thrall, so you are pretty sure.
Oh, your mic cut out. What'd you say?
I say you're pretty sure that you still have about 21 hours left.
We still almost have a full day.
So I'm kind of looking around and deliberately keeping some distance from them right now. Is this the actual top of the tower, or?
Oh yeah,
I
for
don't know,
sure.
I can't be sure.
All right, figured I would look.
No,
at the-
Gerard, as you look around, there are no other stairs. This is as high as it goes. I mean, you could look around for more secret doors if you want, but
I detect magic on her body.
What was the name of that demon she said she reported to again?
Melkor, I think.
Well, obviously,
Melkor.
he was the one that could give the okay to release Gregor, so maybe that's what we try next.
Make a deal with the demon, Gerard? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that we slay the first demon,
As I hold
first
steadfast.
level of Rancor, the first layer of Rancor, we slay that demon.
I hold steadfast when I look at him, but I pee a little bit again. I don't know how easily we're gonna do that, my friend.
Well, I'm not going to say that it's going to be right now within our first 24 hours, but now we know what to do when we come back.
If we can come back, I shout from the other side of the room here.
We'll
I
make it
kinda-
back.
We'll see. As
We
I
made
take
it
a
here
look
now.
at the... Fair enough. I take a look at this crap on the side of the walls here. Is this like tree bark, or is this like tendrils?
so as you go to eye it, it does appear to be black tendrils emanating from the wall on the far side, coming down from the roof into it. They seem to seep out and down, almost feeling out. As you look around, you notice they kind of, almost as if they breathe, they rise and fall, rise and fall.
So I know this sounds dumb because it is. I'm gonna try to feed a tiny tendril of corruption to it from one of my pool of shadow corruption here.
Okay. So you kind of try to feed it some of your power. Roll me 2d4.
Okay. 2d4.
And by the way, from your request earlier, as you cast your detect magic, Kilroy, that entire pool is magical, but there are a few hot spots within it that are more magical than the rest.
I got a 6. That's
Hot spots.
With your 6, it drains 6 mana from you as the tendrils kind of greedily lap it up.
So, can I be pulling those, like placing the vials in those hot spots instead of the regular spots?
Yeah, when you go to do that the first time you hit something that's within this sitting at the bottom of this pool.
Tongs. I'm gonna try to pull it out with the tongs.
Okay. As you'll pull out, and we'll do those in a second.
Gerard,
So,
if it's okay, if you have a description, sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I was going to transition over to you anyway.
Gerard, in your dreams, what was Gregor bound by? Chains or something like this?
I believe he was bound by chains. Can I make an intelligence roll?
You sure can.
Well, that sure isn't going to help me.
You're not quite sure. You know he was bound by something. It could have been chains, could have been a rope, it could have been these things. But he was bound by something of that shape around his wrists and his legs, kind of suspended in midair. But you're not sure what it was.
Yeah, I remember he was suspended in midair, but I don't remember what was holding him up.
So, kind of grim look passes on my face for a second. I'm going to use Detect Corruption and look for an area that's not corrupt.
Within here, everything's corrupted.
I didn't know if
However-
there'd be a gap near the red vines or something.
However, as you're kind of, I assume you're detecting, your detect corruption, detect magic, within these tendrils emanating from this wall, you do detect the faintest hint, a remnant of divine energy.
Yeah, he was here. Okay. But just to confirm,
A
Gerard,
shout out from the around the corner. The lady told me he was here before. That's all she told me.
so I kind of close my eyes for a second and feel, is that trace of divine coming from a source, or it's a leftover from this area?
It's a leftover from this area, as if it once absorbed magic from him, but no longer.
Okay. Then I'm gonna kind of tiptoe around the things here, and try to see if there's like a wall or a hole or anything in this stonework here.
All right, roll me that perception check. Gerard, what are you doing?
Well, Kilroy already searched the body, correct?
Yeah, he's over there looting.
Okay, so
Crit.
is there any kind of clue or anything I could search around here that might be like her keeping in contact with her boss, or anything I could try to look for in here?
All right, so you're gonna examine the auras from her to see if she had any spells on her, basically.
Yeah.
So go over there, and I want you to roll me a Knowledge Arcana check. And then I'll switch back over to... actually, I'll go to Kilroy for a second while you're walking over there, and then I'll go over to Togric. So, Kilroy. Wow, back-to-back crits from you and from both of you guys. That's insane.
Turning into a good night from a bad night, boys.
Yeah, well, for a second there, I thought I was going to TPK the crap out of you guys. All right. So Kilroy, as you're going through examining things, you pull out the first hotspot you go down. You pull out a black ring. It's made of black stone coming around with this violet gem set in its center, around like a gaping maw is the inset, that kind of peers out. This first ring, as you pick it up with your tongs and examine it, at first glance, without going too much into it, it's highly corrupted, highly corrupted.
So, whenever I pick up these items, I'm gonna set them all off to the side and then try to identify all of them at once.
Okay. The second item that you pick up is a vial. It's filled with this thick violet liquid, that kind of barely sloshes around, almost like molasses when you go to move it. It's got a black stone stopper. And the third and final item that you'll pull out of there, is a scale. It's one of the black scales from her back and her sides, but it seemed to almost harden as stone, congealed into one solid scale. As this point, Gerard, this is when you'll come over.
Look at this thing! As I hold up the scale and the tongs. It's kind of weird.
Anything to help us find Gregor?
As you go to examine them, the vial, while magical, it seems that the liquid itself is magic. Nothing really extraordinary there. It's some kind of potion. You'd have to test it in order to figure out what it does. But the ring, however, is intermixed with the same magical signature from the violet stone that was in your bag, with Zenithar's signature intermixed through it, potently. Is the number one thing that stands out to you. It's almost identical to the mixture, from before.
Hold on to that ring. It seems pretty important.
I'll tell you right now, it's very much important. You remember that stone that got us here? Yeah, they're connected.
How could it be connected if the stone's destroyed?
Maybe not connected in a manner of speaking, but it has Zenithar's stamp of approval on it.
Well, if we know anything about the last stone, you probably shouldn't be saying that name.
Did anything happen to that ring when I said that?
Roll me a knowledge arcana.
Uh,
Actually, Gerard got a crit, so I won't make you roll for it. I'll give it to Gerard. When he says that name, it does flare a bit.
It's already starting. Don't do it again. Don't say that. Just put it in a box.
Yeah, will do. And I put it in a. Whoa! I don't have a box. Is it small enough to fit in a vial?
The ring?
Yes.
Probably not.
Okay, so I'm just gonna
I mean,
put it
maybe
down
like
on
maybe like a potion bottle, but not a vial.
Oh, okay. I do have a potion bottle. I'll just put it in the potion bottle and cork it.
Okay, that'll work. And coming
And
up to
then
you.
What
go
about
ahead.
the scale?
As you examine the scale, looking at it, it doesn't. It doesn't have any example. Are you using identify on it?
Yeah.
Okay. So this scale, as you look at it, it seems to be enchanted with some of. It has a remnant of the demoness's magic. So if you destroy the scale, like throw it to the ground, you will gain advantage on all charisma-based checks for the next 48 hours.
I look it over at my paladin friend, and I'm like, "This'll come in handy if we're in a pinch. You need to destroy this if you ever need to persuade somebody to do something."
You're gonna give it to him? Kind of incredulous from the other side of the room.
Yeah, that sounds like the kind of thing you might want to put in Togric's hands.
Speaking of in Togric's hands,
As you're looking around, while they're doing this, you're kind of muttering, you're going to give it to him? As out of the corner of your eye, you catch a glint coming out of the wall. It's odd, considering the rest of this wall is made of this black rock. As you go over, peering into it, there seems to be just a bit of metal, almost rusted steel sticking out of the wall, almost just like a nub, no bigger than a finger, sticking out from the wall. And as you look at it, there appears to be small cracks on either side. At your best guess, it could be pressure is from when something was. It's almost like a depression. I'm searching for my word here, or like somewhere something broke through.
Okay. Broke through from outside?
From inside.
Yeah, I think I might know what it is. So I pull out one of my daggers. I just kind of scratch at the black stone around it, try to dig it out of the wall here. If you're talking, we lost you.
Go ahead and give me let's do a strength check.
Ugh.
Take advantage because you're a dwarf.
Much appreciated. Especially with the lower strength, so this will be 2 lower than what it rolls. Alright, so 6. My weakness.
Okay. As you go through, you just kind of chip. At this rate, it's going to take you a long time to get there. But you can tell there's more than just what's visible here.
So I'm going to go ahead and did I chip enough in so that the dagger sits where it is?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. So I take my hammer and I bring it back and I slam it into the hilt.
All right. As you go to do that slamming, and all of you guys will hear this massive crack as the crack runs up the side as debris begins to fall to the ground in the center of the room. Since both of you guys are on either side of the room, however, I won't make you roll any checks as the center of the tower kind of caves in a little bit, revealing the flaming sky above. But you're able to pull out this mailed glove that was thrown into the wall so hard it was embedded into the stone. While you've only interacted with this person just not that often, you will recognize the insignia of the Oathsworn on this mailed gauntlet.
Gerard, I think you might know whose this is. As I walk over and still staying about 20 feet away from them, I toss him the gauntlet.
Well, I only know one person who has been taken to this specific room in Rancor, so I guess I have a guess. Thank you.
Yeah. Looks like it was thrown pretty hard. Judging from the hole in the black stone wall.
Yeah, if you were stuck in this tower being tortured.
Look inside the gauntlet. It's gonna be more than that. One thing about Gregor is they're resourceful.
I look inside the gauntlet.
As you look inside the gauntlet, it appears to be a standard gauntlet. It's got quite a bit of dried blood inside of it. But other than that, nothing else seems untoward.
Dried blood. Is it dried in a specific pattern? As I kind of look it over.
As if his hand was in the gauntlet.
Okay. Didn't know if he tried to write something in it. Worth a shot, I guess. Alright, well.
I'll hold on to it for now.
Probably for the best. Now,
Okay. As you guys are examining it, however, looking at it back and forth, you do detect a faint magical trace coming off of it. Deteriorating at a half-life much slower than the magic that's on you, but it is slowly deteriorating.
So it's got a bit of a magic aura, but it's going away just like the wall. There's no like spell imbued in it. It's just leftover magic.
What was that? I'm sorry, you cut out for me a bit.
It's just leftover magic. There's not a specific spell imbued or anything.
There is a specific spell on there. You can roll me Knowledge Arcana to try to determine what it is.
I will do my level best. But we have a Kilroy, so it's not my area of expertise. 12.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
It almost as if whoever cast this spell was attempting to mask the gauntlet's true intentions.
Hey, Kilroy, mind taking a crack at this?
I kind of like jump up, look over at him with the scale in my hand. I'm like, yeah, Gerard told me I should give you this. I'll trade you.
Works for me.
Your Identify spell is still active, which is telling you that this gauntlet is enchanted with the message spell. You can tell, though, with your experience, that it does something else as well, but you're not sure. I need a Knowledge Arcana check.
Yep. 21.
With a 21, you're still not sure. You know it's enchanted with the message spell, but it appears that, obviously, this, I will tell you that the aura is divine, so you could probably assume that Gregor enchanted it, and he did a better job than you're capable of uncovering, I guess, in masking its true intention.
Hey, Gerard, put this on.
I put it on.
And that is where we are going to take our break. We did start a little bit late. I want to thank you guys for your patience. It was my brother's birthday today, so that's why we got started late. However, we are going to go ahead and take our break right now. It is currently 46 after, and so we are going to take a 10, and we'll be back at 56 after to continue on with our adventures.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.
See you guys here in just a few.
He's
Hey everybody, thanks for your patience. We are back now.
all right. Nice to be back. We are here and ready to go. So, excited to be back. Of course, when we last left off, we left off with Gerard having put on the gauntlet left by Gregor. When you put this on, he must have thrown it out in a moment in between his sessions here, with such a force that it embedded itself into the wall. As you place it on your hand, removing your own gauntlet, you get a sense of familiarity, almost home, as you can feel Gregor there for a moment before your eyes flash in front of you as you look out at another scene. Gregor's here, his short black hair, blooded, running down his unshaven face. Well, normally he keeps clean shaven or a very closely trimmed beard. It's long and bedraggled at this point, coming down to his collarbone. His armor has been removed, leaving him wearing nothing. I mean, his armor is dented, I'm sorry, bashed and broken in several places as he's held up by these long tendrils suspended in midair from around his wrists and around his ankles. Walking around him is a figure that you've not seen before. Standing tall, with this long black cloak, black armored, almost a lacquer armor coming down. The arms, it looks almost like leather, but pitch black as stone, coming down. A tall a black wood staff in his hand. A hood comes up instead of mail, and out of it just emits this violet light, almost so bright that you cannot see the face within. In the back, you of course see the demoness that you've just defeated, sitting lazing back against the wall. On the other corner, you'll see this tall figure you'll instantly recognize as Ancalant the Merciless, the demon who captured Gregor and led the attack on Illidion. And then you'll see this small sniveling figure in betwixt them in the back, almost peeking around the corner, small and hunched, with a rat's nose peeking out from his long hood. The violet figure steps forward towards Gregor. Tell me where he is. I know that you know. Tell me where he is and this can all end. As Gregor just kind of looks up and spits in his face. I'll tell you the same thing that I told your bitch back there. The same thing that I told that one. Nothing. I don't see what use it is to you anyway. Gendry's nothing. And the figure takes his hand and plunges it into Gregor's chest. His entire body begins to turn black as he screams in pain. It's not the boy I want. It's who he's looking for. And then the vision cuts. As you kind of, things begin to shake for a moment. And it's very clear before everything comes back together. And you are standing at the top of this tower once again with your companions.
As I shake back, I'm quickly startled and I say we must warn Gendry.
Of? What'd you even see?
We'll talk about it outside of Rancor.
So for the rest of you guys, while you were doing this, he was like, he kind of froze for a moment, completely still, and then his eyes rolled into the back of his head.
One of the more unnerving things we've seen on this trip. Fine. It's probably for the best anyway. There were those...
This is not the same as the first dream that I came into Rancor. I came in here looking for a clue, and we have one. We need to leave now. As I leave on Gregor's gauntlet and toss my gauntlet onto the ground.
Idiots, you don't want to leave. If someone doesn't know we're here, keep it that way. I pick up your gauntlet and I stuff it in my bag. That's a good Oathsworn steel, bruh. I'm gonna sell this. What's wrong with you?
We fought all the imps, and we...
Yeah, well, like I said, if anybody doesn't know...
They knew we were here.
Besides, what makes you think it'd be a good part to leave something that's practically a part of yourself in Rancor? God knows what kind of awful rituals they could do with this shit. And I gesture to the giant pentagram that's on the top of this tower here.
That does make sense, but it's also just a token to remind them that we came here, we left, and we're coming back.
Leave a bloody dagger. What's wrong with you?
I hate to break up this fight, but Gerard, have you tried speaking to Gregor? That gauntlet does have message on it.
I think it recorded the message and he warped it in some way, but sure.
You'll notice now that he has experienced the vision, the magic has faded from the gauntlet.
Oh, never mind. Don't try that. It won't work.
Right. Well,
So how much time do we have remaining?
20 hours.
20.5 hours approximately.
So Togric, you crumbled that tower with a single hit. You think you can finish it off before we get sent home?
That was a weak point in the stone. There's a lot of them that naturally form, but I doubt it. Yeah, I think you underestimating how hard he threw that thing.
I figured if I was going to ask someone to destroy a tower quickly, it would have been a dwarf. But you can't do it.
Didn't we want to go to Illidion too? While we've got all this time.
Feels kind of pointless to be spending our time breaking down a tower when we could be killing more demons or trying to see what we can do about Illidion. And look at our DM's face. I mean...
After what I've seen, I just want them to know that we'll be back. In some way, shape, or form.
You want to let them know that we'll be back, huh? Okay. Let's see, what do I have here? So I rifle through my bag and pull out a pot of ink. And, you have something I can draw with, Kilroy? In your artisan tools?
Yes. I do. Here, I hand you feather.
Thanks. I will take the feather. I'll dip it in this ink here. And draw a giant middle finger in the center of the pentagram.
You hear a voice emanating from the back of the room. I don't see what good that's gonna do.
This is why
you
we just
turn-
leave, as I yell at Gerard.
As you turn around, all of you guys, as you see this figure that you've never seen before, it appears to be a man with this long, flowing violet robe, these flashy red and green silks coming down off of his chest, embossed with gold lining on the sides, wearing these long, flamboyant trousers, almost like them 70s jeans that kind of flare out at the bottom with these beautiful long sandals. He's got a long floppy hat that comes down with two peacock's feathers streaming down from the side. Strapped across his belt, you see a pan flute at his side, but no weapons as he kind of leans back. Well, I don't see what use that's going to do, although with the ruckus you all have caused down here, it'll certainly grab someone's attention.
Looks like we grabbed yours.
And you are?
I was down here anyway, on a mission for a friend. Always looking to help a friend. My name is Charles Rendevere III. My friends call me Chuck.
Is this a name that is well known?
You a bard of some kind? And I gesture to the
Yeah.
pan flute.
Yes, I am. I'm known to spin a tale or play a ring from time to time.
Not many other reasons to carry a flute into Rancor, I suppose.
That's fine. Like I said, just here for a friend. But noticed all the clamor and thought I'd see what it was all about. You fellows look a long way from home.
Could say that, I guess.
I kind of look over at my shoulder at this giant woman. I'm like the spear sticking out of her forehead.
You control a gate or something, Chuck?
I know how to get around. But with that, as he nods over to the woman, you might as well have sent up a giant flare across the skies saying, "We are here." There's quite a large party headed this way.
Well, Gerard, looks like you got what you wanted.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I'd hoped for.
Well, Mr. Chuck, can you show us a way out of here?
Through the front door. Though I might be able to help you get away a bit more quickly. I'd rather not cast anything in here.
Quaint. Trust the random stranger showing up saying that there's a demon horde on the way.
Yeah, we are in rank.
I mean, it sounds like he doesn't... Ooh, sorry.
Detect corruption is my first go-to for this.
So, as you go out to detect him, at first, there's nothing. It's almost as if he's not even there. And then as you peer into it a bit deeper, it's like all of a sudden, the lights came on. And the blinding light coming from this man, it literally forces your eyes shut.
Care to, explain that little trick?
No trick, but you might want to hurry if we're going to go.
Oh, trick? What are you, a god?
He's holy.
Well, the gods are a joke. I'm no god. I'm just Chuck. Now come on, let's go before we hear that second ring.
Like, cover both of my blind eyes. Walk over towards them, I guess.
Oh, are you coming? Gerard, Kilroy, as he kind of jumps up and clacks both of his heels together. Off we go!
Yep, I'm on my bear's back. I'm right behind him.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. As he just sings as he trolleys off down the stairs.
What kind of music is that?
It's a hymn I learned as I was a boy.
Odd him.
Do you guys follow, or are you like, fuck this guy?
No, I'm following him.
Well, when I
Oh,
used
for sure
Detect Corruption, did I feel a bunch of demons, or was it just him?
You couldn't really notice anything beyond him.
Yikes. What the heck?
Wow, Epic, what did you do? You timed this man out for 1.5 million seconds.
1.2, looks like. Well, looks like you'll be able to chat in here again, Kilroy, in about a year or so. If I had to guess.
Okay,
A
I'll
week and
figure
6
out.
days.
I was about to Google it. I will figure out. Do you still have all your channel points? Did that cost you channel points?
No, I still got him.
No, I'm talking to him. Alright. That's your job, Epic. You are a mod as well. Anyway. So, are you following him?
Yes.
Alright. As you guys begin to trapeze after him down the stairwell, he throws open the doors as you see that the entire area around here is littered with the corpses of imps. There's at least 40 of them here, smoking off of the ground. As he just looks back, it'd be better if we moved more quickly, as he leans over towards you, Togric. Do you mind?
Mind.
I'm just gonna help expedite our process as he goes to touch you.
Don't know Flyer. I back up. You probably shouldn't. I'm unwell.
Okay. You then, as he turns to you, Kilroy.
Aha! Not gonna kill me, right?
Of course not, as he slaps you and you turn into a Pegasus.
I could fly on my bear. What the hell, man?
Your bear has wings now, and you has wings. You have wings. As he turns to Gerard and Togric. Mount up.
Yeah, I'm getting on the bear.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, Kilroy.
Kilroy, you can still talk, though.
This is some bullshit.
But, hey, you're tall.
I don't like it up here. It's scary.
You better learn how to fly with those weird wings real quick.
Yes, you now have 4 feet and 2 wings. Imagine all of a sudden being that.
If you do this for me, we'll call it even on all the hits I've taken for you.
Yeah, you just gotta agree to take more, because this is humiliating.
I mean, it's
All
pretty
right.
funny.
As he goes, and now, as he kind of straddles his legs on either side of what it's almost as if there's nothing there. Like he's riding something invisible. He's up, and away! As he kind of all of a sudden just begins to fly off into the sky.
Stupid. And I kick the sides of Bella here.
As he just. You, Gerard.
Don't you do it.
I don't want to be like, I know you can understand me, so I'm not gonna kick you. Do your thing.
I guess I try to move on all fours as quickly as I can and then jump and start to fly.
Give me an intelligence check.
Well, luckily that's my best stat. 22.
Kilroy, you've had wings. You've flown before, though, right? Like,
Never 4 legs and wings.
I mean, what's the difference?
2 legs.
As you manage to figure it out.
I mean, in the air, the extra legs don't really count. Just getting us off the ground is the only problem, right? Not actually the flying part.
I gotta get a running start. That's how these things work.
Stupid.
As your wings just beat. As you manage to fly up. You just it's a little shaky and it's like kind of wobbly, Gerard. You almost feel like you're gonna fall. As he's kind of wobbling back and forth trying to get his bearings. You know, back and forward, left and right, all over the place.
I mean, yeah, what do those extra legs count now?
I mean, they still kind of dangle in the air. It feels weird.
It shouldn't affect you flying, though.
No, it just feels weird.
All right, as you guys follow him, soaring off to the distance, he follows northward along the mountain range that this tower and the original pool were hidden in, before peeling off to the side of this lava flow. It's a waterfall of lava coming down into this river as he pulls into this cave on the side of the cliff. And he's kind of goes from riding this invisible creature to just, as he lands, just walking forward on the ground as you guys just kind of come down and Kilroy, you'll thump hard into the ground behind Bella, barely stopping yourself from hitting the wall.
I had to do it.
That was a weird noise.
This should be as good of a place as any to rest for the night. And then, provided you guys are able to stay out of trouble, it shouldn't be any problem expediting your process. You guys should be home by morn.
Can we check out Illidion first?
I doubt you can make it that far, even on Pegasus back. Not with the time you have left. Those distances are deceiving. It's several days away.
Well, we don't have that much time.
I guess I'll take first watch. I'm not really all that tired down here. Wistful. Around.
I don't know
Is
that
it
I
kind of-
feel comfortable sleeping here.
What? You're afraid you're gonna have another bad dream? Doesn't get much worse than Rancor, friend. But what were you saying, Zoltar? Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. You guys do your role play with each other.
No, it's more about me waking up here in the morning, or whenever we wake up.
I'll make sure you don't die in your sleep, Shiny One. I take a seat on a protruding rock here and, touch at my chest wounds. Besides, if you don't sleep, well, I doubt anything good's gonna come of it.
Well, I mean, once this time's up, we go back to Eridar and I can sleep in a bed.
Fine, be stubborn then.
Hey Chuck, am I free to cast spells, or would they find me if I do that?
It depends on the spells that you're trying to cast. Lower power spells, I should say. I could mask from others, depending on who's looking. But if you're trying to cast 8th and 7th, 9th tier magics,
I look at him like he grew a second head.
I kind of like give him this shy smile, and I kind of like bounce back and forth. Oh, you give me too much credit. I'm not that strong.
7th is
You never
lower
know.
magics.
I don't assume. I mean, you never know what some people are capable of.
I'm just trying to get mine and my bear strength back.
Fair enough.
Chuck, I'll be rather honest with you. Can you cast Sanctuary?
Yeah.
Would you mind for them? As I gesture to Gerard and Kilroy.
I could cast it all three of you if you want to sleep through the night safely.
Don't exactly play well with that kind of thing.
Oh, it'll be fine. As he just, with 3 fingers, all of you guys are enveloped in this golden cocoon.
I mean, it's harsh on my skin, Chuck. But I suppose no worse than long-term exposure to wrinkles.
Oh, you'll be fine, as he's just knocking on the edge and looking at you. Well, it's harsh on your skin because all that corruption. You should do something about that.
Yeah, working on it. Keeping it in check and all that. This isn't helping, as there's a distinct sizzling noise.
Oh, yes. Oh, I mean, there's a certain level of corruption which, I mean, I could remove, but I could remove some of that extra if you want.
How much extra? As like, this is straight blasphemy to me, right? Like, this isn't, you can't just remove corruption. Is my understanding.
I mean, you could purify some of it, but eventually it reaches a critical mass. So it's like if you catch it early, or even in like the early middle terms, you could purify it, but it's once it hits a certain point, you're fucked. You know what I'm saying?
Aren't I
There's
as
a
a
critical
past
mass.
that point, or?
Yeah, so he said that's why there's a certain point I couldn't do a lot of it, but I could like he's saying he could like shave the top off.
Are you talking about this? So I pull away my hand from my chest, and there's 3 deep claw marks. They're spreading purple.
Yeah, I could do that. Maybe some of the rest too.
The rest is fine. It's supposed to be there. But, yeah, if you could get rid of that, that'd be
Are
great.
you sure that mark around your eye is looking pretty large?
Is it any larger than normal?
No, I mean it gets bigger the more shadow corruption you have.
This is, normal for me. But what do you mean, get rid of it? Shrink the scar?
I didn't get rid of it, but yeah, just shrink the scar.
No, that's alright. It's part of who I am.
Okay. As he waves his hand and your level 1 corruption goes away.
Sweet.
I'll have him roll a check. Yeah. So he could have also lowered your shadow corruption down to 0.
Ah, gotcha. No, I need that in case something shows up. I mean, I know I'm in a sanctuary, but I don't know how long this lasts. I'm not exactly a divine
Alright.
scholar.
Well, looks around. Go ahead and get some sleep. This sanctuary should protect you and hasten the pace of the degradation of that magic. By the time it disappears in the morning, you should have no more than an hour left. So rest. I'll watch over.
Before I rest, I kneel down to Bella. My body begins to emanate this red color, and I grab onto her arms, and they begin to bulge up a little bit. I'm doing lesser restoration,
Do it.
and then what do I? Is it a D4?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. To get her strength back, and then I'm gonna do it to myself as well.
Do it.
Clears my throat
Woo!
loudly
Got it all
from my
back.
spot.
Yeah, I'm already frail to begin with, but you see my tiny muscles just bulge back into place.
Yeah. I kind of, eyes boggling. Would you mind? All this.
You need help too?
Yeah.
And so you can't quite reach him through the sanctuary, but Chuck comes over. It's fine. As he reaches and puts his arm through the sanctuary and holds your hand, Togric, and he reaches over and holds your hand, Kilroy, through your sanctuary.
Quaint.
Alrighty, and then I just begin to light up red again. And 1d4.
All right.
3.
Hey, perfectly back to full. Thank you.
The power of friendship will always see us through. He turns away.
I think I just took psionic damage.
As he goes, and he sits next to the entrance while all of you guys are chilling in your sanctuary. He pulls out his pan flute, begins to play.
So I kind of listen and nod off.
All right. As all of you guys
Curl up next to
slowly
Bella.
fade away. All right. As you guys sleep throughout the evening, or what you assume is the evening, is there's neither dusk nor dawn, but only the fiery hell of the pit here. As you look around, opening your eyes as the sanctuary begins to fail, Chuck is gone. However, where he was, he has left you a small gift. As you walk over, and there's a red sweater vest there.
Nice extra loot.
Identify.
As you come over, so this red sweater vest is the sweater vest of the bard. So, whomever wears it will get bardic inspiration, 1d6, 3 times per day. This takes the... it can be worn as clothes, so it can take any slot. It's a talisman. You just give up one of your other slots. But it gives bardic inspiration 3 times per day. So essentially how that works is you can roll 1d6, or you give somebody a d6, and they can add it on to any roll. Attack roll, damage roll, save, skill check. It does not matter.
Quick question. 2, I guess.
Yes.
Can you use it on yourself?
Yes, you can.
And second, which size did this asshole make this in?
You're not sure? You could... You want to go... Do you go pick it up?
Nah, I'm just looking to see if he made it for a specific person.
It's hard to tell. It's folded right now.
Good. Then it's not me. Gonna stretch my legs. You decide who's gonna wear that really awful getup.
It's like the
Whoa.
fuzzy, scratchy wool, too.
Well, seeing as I think I'm the one that's has the most magical items, I think it's only fair to give it up to one of you two.
So when you go over and you pick it up and you're like, one of you guys should take it, originally it's like size for a human, and then when you pick it up, it shrinks down to your size.
Oh,
But if you go to like, when you go to like hand it to Gerard, it increases to his size. You feel me?
magic.
Yeah.
So, which one of you wants it?
What am I gonna do with bardic knowledge?
It's bardic
Well,
inspiration.
What
It'll
am I
help.
gonna do with bardic inspiration?
It'll help you succeed in just about anything you want to do.
Aren't the Oathsworn colors red and gold?
Yep, red and gold.
Haha!
Stop.
I'm just saying, you know, they're red and gold, man.
Not trying to wear this itchy sweater vest, man.
Feels like it was meant for you, man. I don't know. But either way, Togrick's stretching his legs and enjoying his last experiencing.
I reach
His
across
last
to
hour now.
Togrick, and I say, I don't know. It looks like it fits you.
When he hands it to you, kind of throwing it at you, it morphs over to your size now and takes on a bluish hue.
Fine. But as I like press the shirt against my arm like an armband. Do I have to wear it as a shirt or can it take any?
Yes. No.
Yeah, no, not wearing it. I'd sooner leave it.
So
wrinkled.
mechanically, you have to give up a slot in
Yeah.
order to use it, but it's worn as a shirt.
Yep. Nope, not really my style. So either you can wear it, Kilroy, or you can wear it, Gerard, or we can leave it in Rancor.
Okay, I'm gonna put on the
I
stupid
hand it to Bella.
It doesn't get to be Bella's size. Fuck you. This Gerard just grabs it,
I'll wear the stupid sweater vest.
takes
Seems
off
like-
his armor, and
Seems like
puts
it's
it
made
on.
for church anyway.
As you go to put it on, it kind of stretches around your head and then shrinks so that way it's like rubbing right up against your neck, and it is extremely itchy.
This better help me some way.
Pseudo cursed item confirmed. Feels good
All right.
out here, doesn't it? Don't you both think it feels so good down here?
No.
No. You crazy weirdo.
It's like being underground, but more.
It feels like my heart is being ripped downwards.
How long until we leave?
53 minutes, give or take.
Do you guys do anything specifically, or are you just passing the time, or?
I guess I kind of passively think about Timuroth.
I just use create water and I try to clean up that gauntlet.
I'm
Okay.
gonna sit down and finish the last third of this sapphire.
All right, so roll me that craft check. The rest of you guys, you're passively thinking about Timuroth.
Yeah, like, would all of the aspect spells be stronger down here, or am I in the region close to Timuroth? I guess I'm just thinking about it passively.
Timuroth, the Lord of Hunger, is the Lord of the second layer. You're pretty sure you're in the first, but no, all of the spells would just be stronger down here. Even more stronger if you were on their lair.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so just kind of passively meandering, thinking about it. I don't think that would be enough to cause problems on a whole other layer, but, you know. Wondering how the spells work, because there's not a lot of, known information about this kind of thing. So, any little
Well,
observation
that's
helps.
All right, with your 31, is that a crit, 20?
No, it was 10.
Okay. Is it 31? I believe you already worked on this one a few times, so you are finished with this sapphire. You're going to put down, it is a flawless sapphire.
Yep, you told me to write down the fee that I got the first time I worked on it.
Yeah.
Okay, flawless.
As all of you guys come together, you having finished your sapphire, you pondering the mysteries of summoning these different figures or calling upon their power in the pits of Rancor, and Gerard fervently trying to clean Gregor's gauntlet. As we approach the top of the hour, each of you begins to glow violet once again as the area begins to shake light flashes. And that is where we are going to leave you guys for the day. Because it is 35 after. And we've only got a little bit of time left. I don't want to start a whole new thing with only 25 minutes left. So we're going to call it here. I do appreciate all of you guys tuning in. I'm sorry if I was off today, getting back in the groove. Obviously, got a lot of family stuff going on. So, and it is, we didn't even play our home game on Sunday. So this is our first session of D&D since last week. So, but I'm excited all of you guys are here. We are not going to be playing this Wednesday. Like I said, me and Halo will be off at a funeral. But we will come back next Monday, ready to go, back at it. And then we'll continue back on with our normal schedule. We will still have our normal variety streams on Tuesday and Thursday. And I think Gunfire is going to be replacing our D&D stream on Wednesday with another one of his variety streams. If you want XCOM or if you want Darkest Dungeon, let us know in the Discord, and that's the one he'll play.
Yeah.
With that being said, appreciate all of you guys tuning in. Thank you, Hard Knock Dice, for the raid today. That was awesome. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you check out their stream. It starts right before ours. They've got a great game going before us. This is the second week in a row that they've raided us. So let me shout them out in the chat, and that should give you a link to their page. Make sure that you check them out if you haven't already. We definitely appreciate it. We also definitely appreciate all of you guys tuning in every week. Our average is consistently going up, and we appreciate that.
For sure.
Make sure that you tell your friends about it. Make sure you tell your friends to check us out. If they don't want to come in the middle of the stream, the Wednesday game is pretty early. Next Wednesday is only going to be the 5th episode of that stream. I know this game is a bit in the late stages. And on that note, all of you guys need to level up before next week.
Okay, sweet.
Yes.
8,000 years later.
Yeah.
I did want to say 2 quick things. Happy birthday to Halo for the remainder of the 23 minutes in the day here.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah, happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
And do feel free to catch the variety stream tomorrow. It'll be my birthday, funny enough. So I'll be doing, I don't know, I might do something fun for it. We'll see. But thanks, everybody. I think we're going to go ahead and get that raid started. So.
Oh yeah, it's Gunfire's birthday tomorrow. Also, I forgot, I have to say something, otherwise Renaissance will be like super miffed at me. Okay, I stopped on my variety stream on Thursday. I stopped doing Final Fantasy VII because Octopath Traveler came out on Xbox Game Pass, and so I started playing it. And Renaissance, he's a regular in the stream, talked me into picking the small little merchant girl to play as. And so I don't even know how he
she's
did
really
this.
good.
Tressa? Yeah. But somehow now, if we average 10 viewers on one of my variety streams, I've been conned into cosplaying this small little merchant girl. So it's clipped. I can't avoid it, and it's in the Discord. So just so you guys know.
You in a skirt.
Hey,
Nope.
10 viewers average.
Hey guys, everybody click out of the video. Forget our channel exists. Don't do this to us. Alright, but seriously, thanks for coming,
Alright.
guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to pick a rerun. So let me find one, and we'll raid another D&D stream since none of our friends are online right now. Let me find a. All right. So I've got that raid. We're gonna go ahead and get that in the chat. Make sure you stick around and get those points. Don't go anywhere. But it is up. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and send you over. Have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow for the variety stream.
See you guys.